fresh off of the flight from Nicaragua. It is Chris Harrison again with, Bachelor last night, Bachelor tonight. And, hey, how are you, Chris?
Tired. Glad I got back from Nicaragua. Didn't fall in the lava, but, there still might be some pitfalls, though, with the finale left tonight.
But now let's go back to Nik Wallenda. I loved it. I got home from, I think it's some work thing. I got home right at the point where he started to walk, and I was fascinated by the amazing coverage that you guys did, and also him talking about religion and motivation the whole way across that tight rope.
It was funny when he got done. I said, you're pretty cavalier about, crossing that. He says, no, actually, when I get nervous, I talk. I have to take my mind off of what's happening and what's below me. So he goes, I start just rattling nonsense. He's like, a lot of times I don't even remember what I've said when I got done.
So
but
interesting.
It's just kind of this strain of consciousness. But yeah, I think he makes it look so easy, but what they created out there and what he did is not easy. That was unbelievable.
Did you get my text?
No, I did not get your text. I really didn't.
Oh. I text Mark Bracco. I didn't want to bother you because I'm watching this, and works for DC, Dick Clark Productions. I'm watching this guy, Nik Wallenda, walking across the volcano. There's lava. They're in Nicaragua. No one's ever been over this thing. And there is pretty Chris Harrison in a blue blazer.
They told me to dress volcano chic. I didn't know what that meant.
I wanted that blazer off. I wanted your sleeves rolled up.
Volcano chic.
I
don't know what volcano chic is. Is there a Seacrest collection?
It looked like you just walked out of the martini bar,
Well, that's usually a safe bet.
Anyway, you did a great job. Really enjoyed it. So let's get down to brass tacks. Last night, we learned some amazing things on The Bachelor. Now, we got The Bachelor live finale tonight, 8/7 Central, ABC. The Seagram's Escape Tropical Rosé alcoholic drink is available. The guy is building an enterprise.
It's true.
So, Chris, we've been wondering why Barb, Peter's mom, has been crying, why she's been so emotional. We finally know, and a lot of people are surprised that it's Hannah Ann. What's your reaction?
I think a lot of people thought it was Madison this whole time that she was crying over, but it was indeed Hannah Ann, and it really had to do with when they met the parents in Australia, they just had a much better connection with Hannah Ann. And it's not that they don't love Madison, they just don't love Madison for Peter, and they really thought Hannah Ann was the girl for him. And so that was what they were crying about, was Hannah Ann, and that they really think that she's the one, and they don't want Peter to screw this up, and they want her to, as Barb says, bring her home to us. And last night was more of, honestly, like a viewing party. It was a live viewing party. Tonight is going to be very different. There's a lot left to be unpacked in Australia.
Well, Madison self-eliminated, and it seems like she's going to be sitting back there tonight. Let's come back with that here, Chris. Hang on. Chris Harrison is on from The Bachelor. We now know that pilot Peter's mom was emotional about Hannah Ann. And for Bachelor Nation and fans, that was surprising to some. So last night, Madison, she says, I'm out. But she's coming back.
Well, obviously, the ominous tease you saw at the end of the show where I am sitting with her and I ask her, do you regret what you did? And then the big question.
Do you love him?
Are you still in love with Peter?
Yeah.
And obviously you don't get that answer. But I promise you will tonight. There's a lot left tonight.
Now, there have been speculation, there have been rumors, there's been talk that so much has happened. Then in seasons before, so much has happened in the aftermath. There's been rumors that something happened with a producer on the show. How is this different this time?
Yeah, I heard a rumor that Tanya was actually in the mix now. But This one actually is different, just in that it's just never gone down like this before. What's about to happen? And again, you have to see much more tonight of what goes down in Australia. I think a lot of people have this misperception of what actually happens in Australia. So we deal with a lot of that. And then we're going to bring all of the key players back tonight. And this is where we're really going to get into the nitty-gritty and have those interviews and the sit-downs, including Peter's parents. Everyone's going to be there tonight.
All right. Now, Chris Harrison's going to do it live tonight on ABC. In a way, is your preparation, your thought process? Are there differences because of what has happened?
Yeah, because, usually I know, essentially what the end result is going in. So I know the buttons to push and I know what I want to get. And Ryan, when you're live, it's very different than when you're taping a show because, I could have 20 or 30 minutes to get to what I want emotionally. When you're live, you got to get to it. You have 4.5, 5, 6 minutes tops. And then you're off, and you got to get to commercial, and you don't have that luxury of time. And so going into a show and not exactly knowing what the result is and what the end result's going to be, which I don't know how this is going to end yet. And that's a tough thing to go into a live show, not really knowing how you're going to get there or what you're going to get to.
Oh, that's my favorite. I can't wait to watch that. I will definitely be texting you.
I love, and by the way, for those listening, Seacrest is really good. You are actually an awesome friend as far as that goes. When you're watching, when he's watching TV, you'll reach out. You send me, congratulatory texts all the time. I truly appreciate that about you. You're one that will give it up to another host or broadcaster. I love that.
It is it's my pleasure. You're fantastic. I will be at home in my Uggs with a chilled 6-pack of Seagram's Escape Tropical Rosé. Chris Harrison on the box. I mean, it's a rosé in a can, right?
It is. It's a sparkling seltzer, a la, what else is out there and going so huge. But this might have been the biggest no-brainer of my career. How I've not done this before and not given this to all the fans that love this show. I feel bad, actually, having not done this. But I was really hands-on doing this collaboration with Seagram's Escapes, and we created this amazing drink, this tropical rosé, a little touch of passion fruit, a little dragon fruit, a little rosé, and you're going to absolutely love this. I don't know if you've tried it yet. I know it's early in the morning, Ryan, but I know you have some there.
I generally wait. And also, just so you know, that was my nickname in high school, was Seagrams. That's what the kids used to call me. Ryan Seagrams.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, that's what they call me. Seagrams, come on, we're leaving. Seagrams, let's go.
But yeah, it's hit. It's definitely up and down the East Coast now, cruising across the Midwest. It's coming to the West Coast. It's taken us a little longer. That's what happens when we're way out here. But in the next week or so, it's going to be hitting a lot of the major chains, and it'll be out there, and people are going to absolutely love it.
Good man. All right, good luck tonight. We'll be watching. Thanks so much, Chris Harrison, The Bachelor. It's on ABC this evening, 8/7 Central. Talk soon.
See you, Seagrams.
Bye. Bye.